What's up, y'all? Shawn again. Yeah, man, trying to be more consistent with this shit. You already know. But yeah, though, just wanted to make this video today, man, about my first fight. All right, so this video, man, I'm gonna use letters and shit for people's names. Like I'm me, of course, but the dude I ended up getting into it with, his name is Q. And there was a few more people out there, but that's kind of irrelevant. All right, so here's the story. All right, so it was me, Q, and like three more people. We all used to hang over on Boyd Street, man. Like Boyd Street was a little hood within itself. It was really only a street. There was a lot of young people on this street, and there was a lot of shit that went on over there all the time. You know what I'm saying? And Boyd Street was probably like literally the next block over from where my aunt lived. And I used to be over there all the time. Besides me being over in Cumberland, I used to be over on Boyd Street, you know? And there was this dude over on Boyd Street, his name was Q. Q was always a little stocky little dude. We all like 13, between 12 and 14 max at the time. You know what I'm saying? And I was like 13 at this time. He was maybe 12. You know what I'm saying? But he was bigger than me at the time. He was a little stocky little dude, you know? And Q, like I said, he was a little bully, man. He was the type, like, he'd just try to, like, just start to get something started just because he was bigger than most of us, so he just felt like he was bullying everybody, you know? And I never, like, there's something that was always in me, bro. I never, like, respected no bully shit. Like, anytime a nigga, and this even till this day, man, and I'm trying to work on that, anybody around me who on some bully shit, I'm out at the club, I'm out anything, like, somebody who think they tough, bro, I just be wanting to get into it with them, bro. It's like, because it's like, nobody better than me. Nobody gonna bully me, you know? And that's always been something that's like been in me, you know? So yeah, all right, so it's me, Q, and like other people, like three other people. All right, so we used to go up to A&T and play basketball at their little auxiliary gym. Like Boyd Street is literally like 3 blocks from A&T, not even 3. You know what I'm saying? Like we would literally cross through a little river and a cut open in the fence and go over to A&T and play ball. So we all in here playing ball and shit. And I think like Q had like fouled me or something, you know? And when he fouled me, we just started arguing or something back and forth, and he threw the ball at me, you know? And I remember him throwing the ball because it was just like, we went from talking to him, now he throwing the ball at me, So that like, of course that made me mad, so I threw the ball back. So, all right, when I threw the ball back, I already knew like, Q, like, he on that, he a little bully, so it's like, however this goes, there's something about to happen from this, now, so now, your heart racing, like, I'm nervous, and like I said, this is like my first real fight. Like, I've gotten into a little altercation with my cousins and shit before, but nothing, it's different when you arguing with somebody who is stranger to you, like, it ain't no reason for this not to go all the way, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, my heart racing and all of that. So when I threw the ball back at him, it hit him. I think it like hit him in the back of the head or something, and he like turned around and like came at me on some aggressive shit. So I'm like, bro, like had to think quick. Like I'm telling you, like as soon as he got close up on me, I swung, hit this nigga with 2. And it was so crazy. Like I really only threw 2 right punches. I hit him with 1, 2. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy. Like, but as soon as I hit dude, I don't know if it was the first or second because I ain't even had time to think. I was just swinging as soon as he got close to me, Like, yo, I look up, this nigga shit was split. I mean, like a big ass gash, like right in his eyebrow. Like, nigga shit leaking everywhere. I mean, leaking bad. Like, it was blood dripping all on the ground and all of that. He was like holding his face. But when he looked up to his face, he was like, oh, nigga, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, thinking in my mind, like, damn, like I was already kind of spooked, but I'm thinking like, at least this might be a fight. But when this nigga say he's gonna kill me, like the shit spooked me. And I ain't gonna fake, like we some youngins though, we like 12, 13, but Q was in the street. We all was like in the street, but I wasn't toting no guns at the time, but I wasn't gonna take this threat lightly, So as soon as that shit said, nigga said that shit, nigga, I got the fuck up out of there, I ran all the way to the crib. No bullshit. I lived like 6 blocks away. I ran all the way there. I remember being tired as fuck when I got to my crib. Barely could open the door. You know what I'm saying? Got the fuck up out there, So when I got to the crib, like my mom and shit was there, but I ain't say nothing to her about it. I walked in the house like nothing happened, walked in my room, you know, sat in there and was just chilling. All right, so wake up the next day and go to school. So I go to school, see everybody and shit, and they like, oh shit, Shawn, damn, that was wild, bro. Like you fucked that nigga up, blah blah blah. And they doing all this talking, bigging me up all the time, bro. I'm still nervous. I'm looking around, hopefully this nigga, he ain't go to school with us, but I'm hoping he ain't like out here waiting by the buses or doing none of that shit. You know, I ain't gonna fake. Dude had me spooked when he said that. That was the first time I ever heard a nigga like threaten my life. So I'm like, oh man. I was spooked as fuck for a good week and a half, 2 weeks thinking about this shit, you know, because I didn't know how it was gonna go when I ran into him, you know. And I told you I'd be over there all the time in his neighborhood, and I ain't gonna fake the first week. I ain't go back. Hey, I wasn't about to fuck around with dude, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it was just like that's where I was. That was where my friends be at too. So I eventually ended up going back over there, and me and him kind of like ran into each other, and it wasn't really no problem for real. You know, he like shook my hand, and it was like a respect thing, you know? And that alone just taught me so much, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't really want to do that, but I knew it was something that I needed to do. And I'm glad that I did it, you know? Because now this dude respected me, and I could tell in his eyes when he looked at me, it's not how he looked at me before. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he was a bully, so he used to just try to bully everybody. And when people think you sweet, bro, they'll continuously try you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that was something that always rubbed me the wrong way, people trying to be bullies and shit. So, yeah, that definitely affected me later in life because it got me into other shit. Not into other shit because a lot of the things I chose to do. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that shit got me a lot of respect around there, and that meant a lot too, being able to walk around, and now people really weren't fucking with me no more just because what I did to the last nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even on no cocky shit. I'm just saying, like, that was something that he had brought on himself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad that it worked out in my favor, and I gained his respect and gained others people's respect too. You know? Cause yeah, that's something like even with me having a son now, like I'm always gonna instill that in him. Like sometimes you gotta do things you may not want to do just to keep your respect. Like you can't let people disrespect you. You get what I'm saying? And there's people in the world who like prey on weakness. There's people who feel like, oh yeah, if you weak, you deserve to get ate and get, you know, handled, you know? And you never want to be that person or be perceived as that person, as the weak person. You know, you can be perceived as that, but if something comes along with something when someone is trying to like expose you as that, you can't let that go. You know, but that was a crazy situation, man. I'm telling you, dude had me spooked after he told me he was gonna kill me, though. I remember that just as much as me hitting dude, cause I'm telling you, that was the first time somebody had really like threatened my life. So that shit like stuck with me. Although I shouldn't even have taken it serious. We like 12, 13, you know, but shit, you never know, you know. And I knew dude wasn't no bitch, so it was just like, you never know what he could be on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, this is a definite learning lesson in life, and this is like my first ever experience having to, you know, be on some violent shit with somebody, you know, but at the same time, I don't regret it whatsoever. You know, it was a learning experience for me, you know, and like I said, now that I have my son, that's a story that I could tell him, you know, and that's another reason why I make these videos. Hopefully this can relate to somebody, you know, but yeah, though, that was my first fight video, man. I don't want to talk about this too much, but yeah, though, that's the video.